Hello, Internet, and thank you for joining me today. Okay, as much as I've tried to make videos for the past month or so, it just hasn't been coming together. I just haven't been able to put time into it like I wanted to. I would start recording from a script and then realize part of it didn't work, so I would rework the script, try again, and long story short, things just did not go the way that I wanted them to. At the time of this recording, I'm actually watching the second half of my Ironheart review upload, and that took me way longer than I wanted it to, and I'm not entirely happy with it, but that's okay. We're just moving on from it, and I'm going to do a roundup video of all the things that I wanted to make videos on, but either they didn't have enough meat to them, or they didn't work as a full review. Like, I couldn't get 10 minutes out of them, so I'm just gonna kind of open up the mic and talk about shit. And also, if you hear something trying to take off like a jet engine, that's my KVM switch, and we're all just gonna pretend like you can't hear it, okay? Okay, moving on. Fantastic Four noises. Okay, so this section might break my heart just a little bit because I actually put quite a bit of time and effort into this review, and it just did not come together. I had to scrap the entire thing because I just could not write jokes about what I would consider to be mediocrity incarnate. Like, nothing about the movie is bad or offensive or anything other than just okay. And that makes it so boring to talk about, and I could not for the life of me come up with jokes that sounded funny in my head. Obviously, I'm not going to recap the entire movie, but just to give you some quick thoughts on it, I think this might be the first movie that I've ever sat down and watched where I thought that the set design deserved special praise. Like, for real, it really does just kind of put you into this world, and I cannot praise the set designers enough for all of the work that they put into this thing. And also, Galactus was not a giant fart cloud. That's pretty awesome. I like that. And it wasn't as heavy on the themes that a lot of Marvel properties tend to have, let's just say. It just told its story, knew it wanted to be its own thing, and did that. It's kind of incredible to say that's praiseworthy, but honestly, with Marvel these days, it's hard to find things that really stand out as good. So I'm going to move on to the lowlights. The lowlights that I want to point out are basically everything to do with the cast outside of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Everyone else does not get like any kind of development or any significant role in the plot. They have things to do, kind of. There's thematic things going on with them, but you never get the sense that this is the thing you're here to see. It's always like, oh, and Ben Grimm is walking around getting pastries or whatever, but the whole entire thing centering around essentially Sue Storm and Reed Richards' kid means that everyone else is going to get pushed to the wayside and no one else is going to get any character development, which was a huge letdown because I feel like this cast really brought a lot to these characters with what little that they had. And if a better director were in the seat, they could have really brought a lot of things to life that we haven't seen out of these characters before. Oh, and also, they kind of cucked Galactus in this movie still. Like in the old Silver Surfer movie, they definitely ruined him by making him just a fart cloud. But in this one, they just kind of push him into a hole and then he's on the other side of the universe and then the movie ends. Like, he's still out there. He's still an all-powerful space god or whatever. But now he's just on the other side of the galaxy. So when he gets back there, he's gonna fucking eat your planet. Like, it's a really bad ending, and I didn't get it, but you see my problem with this, that everything's just okay about this movie. And so I'm going to move on to the next movie that I've seen this summer that I haven't talked about. Elio! So I walked into the theater to watch Elio thinking that, hey, I could make a review out of this. Everyone else has. And by the time I walked out of Elio, I knew I wasn't going to be able to find enough material to talk about it. I mean, this is second verse, same as the first type of shit. This is just another monument to mediocrity, the same as Fantastic Four was. But I guess in Elio's case, we can at least praise it for having an original idea. I've heard a lot of people talking about how the version that we got was severely cut down from the original vision that the writer-director actually wanted to tell. And I really think that's a fucking shame, because there was something here at one point, but the thing that we got is just so boiled down and bare bones that there's really nothing to talk about. They essentially spend the majority of this runtime just dicking around and not telling us anything about the actual characters. It'll definitely keep the ankle biter in your life entertained for a while, but you yourself as an adult are not going to get anything out of it. Next movie. Paw Patrol, the movie, the Mighty movie, or something along those lines. Alright, before someone gives me a weird look, I was doing this for a girl, right? I saw this in the theater. I legitimately went to a movie theater and saw Paw Patrol, the Mighty movie. And yeah, I really have nothing else to add to this. This is mindless drivel for the lowest of the low IQ children. And before you feel like leaving me a comment saying that I shouldn't be watching it, it's not meant for me, blah, 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 whatever, just know that there are actually good children's shows out there that don't make me want to jump off a bridge. But yeah, this shit sucks. And the only real contribution I have is I could probably fix the villain of this movie. I don't know who designed her, but yeah, you and I have a very similar taste. We should hang out. Alien Earth. Okay, so I have to preface this one with a big old grain of salt because, yeah, at time of recording, I have only actually watched episode 1 of Alien Earth. And yeah, that one episode is actually kind of intriguing. The only real criticism I have of it is when the scene comes around where all of our crew is sitting around talking about corporations ruling the earth. I'm not sure if they meant that to be like metaphorical or literal, but I hope they meant it to be metaphorical, because if they mean it literally, I'm gonna be mad. Corporations don't control the earth. They don't function as a government. That's just madness, and it will definitely piss me off if I watch more of this show and they act like this corporation or any of these corporations are functioning as a governing body. Anyway, moving on. Summer 2025 anime. Okay, so the summer 2025 anime lineup has been fantastic. I cannot express to you how hype I have been every week when new episodes of things show up in my feed. It has been incredible. I have not yet, since I have been watching seasonal anime, seen a season this jam-packed with amazing shows, amazing originals, amazing sequels. It has been incredible. However, anime doesn't get any traction on my channel, so I'm going to have to kind of do this in a lightning round. I'm not going to give each individual show its own kind of section like I have with the movies and stuff. So I'm just going to kind of rattle some things off that I wanted to talk about. Starting with Dawn being better than Kathy Ireland in the 80s. Seriously, this show is so good, and it keeps just getting better and better and better and better and better. Each literal episode that comes out intrigues me in some new way, and I could make a video about every single episode and just gush for literal hours about each one. But I don't, because no one wants to see me do that. Unless you do, in which case leave a comment down below. The next thing that I wanted to talk about in this anime section is Takapi. Takapi ended fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough to everyone out there that is listening to this right now. Like, seriously, stop watching my video. Actually, keep watching my video. I need the watch time. But seriously, go watch it right now. It's incredible, and the ending kind of blew me away in a way. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, I'm going to keep that in. My dress-up darling is a warm bowl of soup on a cold winter's day. It does just give you the feels all over, and it makes you want to live in that world forever. I can't praise that one enough either if you just like things that are slow, but also give you something to laugh at every once in a while. I really should have scripted this. Clevatis is a name that I'm probably saying very wrong, but it's also an insanely good show, and the protagonist in it is one that is particularly appealing to me, mostly because she's a fat-titted blonde, but I digress. The show itself is a dark fantasy type in a baby's first berserk kind of way, and I really dig that. And honestly, the pacing of the show is where it really shines because it gives you tons of time with the characters that you want to spend the most time with, but it moves along at a nice clip so that you can kind of see where things are going and you can't wait to get there, but also enjoy the ride. Kaiju number 8 and the 7th Prince animes are both ones that just appeal to me personally, and they are absolutely running away with which one of those can fulfill my personal interests the most. The 7th Prince, obviously, in a much more carnal way, and Kaiju number 8 on a personal note. So yeah, give those both a watch if you can. I am watching a few other shows like Ugly Mug Epic Fighter and Apocalypse Bringer, but honestly, I don't have a whole lot to say. They're just decent, solid shows. And if you're the kind of guy that likes isekai, yeah, go ahead and give those a shot. They get a thumbs up from me, but I just don't have a lot to say on them myself. Next movie, K-Pop Demon Hunter. Apparently K-Pop Demon Hunter really blew up on TikTok. I wouldn't know because I don't have a TikTok. I don't want to do that kind of content, and that kind of content doesn't appeal to me. So I'm taking other people at their word when they say that it's blowing up over there. I've watched the movie a few times through just kind of as background noise, and I gotta say that, as much as I want to shit all over it for being a popular thing, it is just something that's kind of like a solid base hit. I think it does kind of appeal to a lot of people just because of the soundtrack and the boy band nature of it. It really doesn't offer a lot in terms of character or world building, but damn, that soundtrack's a banger in it. As much as I could hyper analyze it and rip it to shreds, I kind of don't want to because it's an original idea by a passionate group of people, and we don't see a whole lot of that. So I want to give it basically to the people that love it, and I'm just going to sit over here quietly and not partake in it. Weapons. Okay, so this section is kind of a lie because I'm actually not going to talk about weapons yet. The reason I'm bringing up weapons is because I'm actually going to be doing a full video on it in October. And I'm actually going to be trying to do October as a very big project, which means that I'm probably not going to upload for about another month. And during that time, I plan on going through all of the movies that I've seen this year that are horror related or horror adjacent and watching a few more, and then getting at least 2 videos out a week in the month of October. It's going to be a very big challenge for me because my life is extremely chaotic right now, but I am just very passionate about it. I've kind of got a fire lit in me right now, and I'm trying to push forward with this YouTube channel. And hopefully, if I upload more, I'll get pushed up in the algorithm, and especially since it's kind of horror movie related and Halloween related, hopefully YouTube will push me up and I can get to a better spot on my channel here. And I'm hoping that everyone that's currently watching my channel will return for for that, but you know, we'll just see what happens with that. But I am going to spend the month of September working on a whole bunch of videos for October, so that I can get out a whole bunch of stuff in the month of October. I'm not going to edit out too many things on this rant here, so I do apologize for how disorganized this video has entirely been, but especially this last section, because I'm trying to get this out at the very beginning of September. I'm gonna just leave in all of my weird, stumbly, rambling things, and we're just gonna go with it. But it's a project that I am super excited about. Again, that is going to be 2 videos a week, every week in the month of October. Get hyped. I'm excited, but honestly, this is all I have for today. So if you like this video, please show me by leaving a like. And if you are at all hyped for what I'm going to do next, please go ahead and subscribe to me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can monetize this channel and hire an editor and maybe an artist, and I can do more with this channel, but none of that works until I can monetize it for various reasons. Anyway, thank you for watching, and sayonara, bitches.